For the 12th problem, it says Amy shaded some parts of the past of the poster. And I drew the poster right here as it was shown on the third grade release EOG test. So we have to figure out what fraction of the poster is shaded. I chose D, 5/8, as my answer. And I got 5/8 as I realized that she shaded all of this whole part in. And I realized she shaded half the poster in. But I had to figure out what this little block was. That was split up into fourths. So what I did is I split the other side into fourths. And counting up all the little boxes it gave me, it would be split up into eighths. So I figured out that this would be 1/8. So I considered this because it shaded up 4 boxes to be 4/8. And I added 1/8. And adding 4/8 to 1/8, I got 5/8. That's my answer. For the 4th grade release EOG test, I chose problems number 1, 9, and 13. On problem number 1, it says there are 594 children participating in a country science fair. They are put into groups of 6 children. How many groups will participate? So I had to figure out how to get groups of 6 children out of 594. So I did division. So I divided 594 by 6. So I had to figure out what by 6 would give me 59. So I realized that 6 times 9 gets me 54. So 54 take away 59 gets you 5. I'll put the 5 down and pull the 4 down. I got 54. So I'll put the 9 up there again because 9 times 6 gets you 54. So 54 minus 54 gets you 0. So I chose C, 99 as my answer. So there are 99 groups of 6 children. For number 9, we have to figure out what fraction is shaded in each of these models. So since each model was split up when I got it, I used this to my advantage. So I realized the first model was split up into 12ths, and that 8 boxes were shaded, so I got 8 12ths from this. And this box here was split up into 6, and 4 6 were shaded. So basically, I simplified both fractions. So 8 12ths divided by 4 got me 2/3, and 4 6 divided by 2 got me 2/3. So I chose A. 2/3 is shaded in each of these models. For problem 13, it says Patrick made 12 cookies, and Patrick's sister will eat 4 of the cookies. So I had to figure out what fraction of the cookies are left. So I drew a model, and I crossed out 4. So I tried to figure out what fraction of the cookies were left. So looking at 12. I did representations. So basically that 4 cookies were worth 1/3 of the 12 cookies. 3 cookies were worth 1/4 of the 12 cookies. And 6 cookies were worth 1/2. So she ate 4. So she ate 1/3 of the cookies on the plate. and there were 8 cookies left. So I chose C, 2/3. So because you can separate 8 into 2 fours, and each 4 represents 1/3. So 1/3 plus 1/3 gets you 2/3. So that's how I got my answer. So C equals 2/3. For the 6th grade release EOG test, I did 2 problems. So I did, what is the value of parentheses 5 squared take away 10 parentheses divided by 5 times 2 to the power 2 to the power of 3. So I wrote down PEMDAS, which is procedure for problems like this. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, which stands for parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, addition, and subtraction. So I handled what was in the parentheses first. So 5 squared got me 25. I subtracted that from 10 and I got 15. And I also, for the exponent, I rose 2 to the power of 3 and I got 8. I divided 15 from 5 and I got 3. And I multiplied 3 times 8 and I got 24. So C, 24 was how I got my answer. For number 2, it says Paul had a big job during his summer vacation. He earned $8.75 per hour, and he worked 20 hours for 8 weeks. How much money did Paul earn? So I had to figure out how many hours were in 8 weeks. So I multiplied 20 times 8, and I got 160 hours. That's my answer. So he earned $8.75 per hour. So I multiplied $8.75 by 160. And I put $8.75 on the top. And I took the decimal I put 4 away in a moment. And I just multiplied it like you would regularly multiply whole numbers. And then when I got to the amounts down here because 0 times 875 gets you 0. 6 times 875 gets you 525. And I did 1 times 875, which got me 875. Then I took the decimal back and I put it back down to get these amounts. And then I added, and I got $1,400. So basically that means that over a period of 8 weeks, he earned $1,400. So I chose the answer B, $1,400. That's the end of my journal toolkit.